is the North End. This is the North End.
Welcome back to the North End YouTube channel. This is Dave, and today we are discussing 5 things we learned from Manchester United's 4-0 loss at Liverpool. Yeah. Coming in at number 1, this is the biggest gap between these two clubs in the Premier League era, and maybe ever, definitely in my lifetime. Liverpool made United look like a championship team yesterday, and I recognize that Liverpool are one of the 2 best teams in the world, and anybody else who doesn't recognize that specifically, I think you're either biased to your own team or you're really just not paying attention. They really are elite. The football that Liverpool and City are playing, and no one's close to it, in my opinion, and I think most people's opinion. It's fantastic. But over the years, even when United were winning titles and trophies, Liverpool always gave them a game, and they often took points off United. It was 4-0 yesterday. It could have been 5, 6, or 7, and United were nowhere near it. Yes, they had a bad game. The effort level was not there, but the gap between these two teams, skill, ability, work ethic, management, everything, it's the biggest I've ever seen. They could play them again next week and the following week. They're always going to win by 3 or 4 goals. It's just where these two clubs are at right now, and the gap's never been bigger. Coming in at number 2, top 4, gone. Top 4 is... If you're a United fan and you're still thinking about top 4, just stop. You're not doing yourself any favors. The teams around United, Arsenal, who beat Chelsea when I'm recording this today, Spurs, games at hand, playing better football, it's gone. Stop thinking about it. Bruno Fernandes yesterday in a comment saying Liverpool are fighting for a title. They're playing for a title. We're playing for nothing. Even the players don't even think about it. So top 4, get it out of your mind. It's not happening. Coming in at number 3, Harry Maguire. Yet again. I recognize there was a lot of, if not, I don't know if there was a good performer yesterday for United. I think, no, I can't pick out one, but I can tell you who the worst player was. It was Harry Maguire. He was culpable for multiple goals. His positioning, his reading of the game, his scanning, his communication, and he's the captain. He's a nightmare. I was happy when we signed him. I thought his first season was pretty good. I thought we were getting a Rolls-Royce defender. Whenever United play really good teams like Liverpool, he's caught out. He's too slow, and he doesn't read the game at that level. He doesn't communicate, and it's difficult. He has to go in the summer. It's not let's buy a defender and put Maguire on the bench and give him a chance if United want to get to that level. He cannot be at the club anymore. Some people might think that's dramatic. I think it just has to happen. I also don't think it's fair to him. He's getting a lot of slander right now in the fan base. And that's not fair. Like, he's a young guy. He's a good footballer. I think he'd be great in a top 6, top 8 club. This is a team that we think has ambitions to get back to the top level. He's not that player. And everyone's like, oh, he plays great for England. International football is nowhere near the heights of the elite Premier League team. It's nowhere near it. It's just not. So I don't want to hear that anymore. Coming in at number 4, the revolution starts now. As of today, Manchester United haven't let go, but 2 of their global scouting members have resigned. I imagine there's probably been some discussions. There's going to be some huge overhaul, some huge change in that area of the team. Ralf Rangnick's made a couple of comments about that area. They're gone as of today. Ten Hag will be announced at some point this week. He'll be bringing his staff members in. Ed Woodward's no longer there. Things are going to be done differently. There's going to be a mass exodus of players this summer. There's also going to be, and we've heard Ralf Rangnick say it, there's going to be upwards towards 10 players coming in. Do I see that? No. But I do see at least 6, because we'll need them, because you're going to have 10 to 12 that we'll have left. I'm not saying they're all going to be 50, 60 million pound signings, but players are coming in. So the revolution starts today. It starts now. Coming in at number 5, Ralph Ragnarok made some pretty strong comments yesterday after the game, and he's been making a lot of comments yesterday, not just about how the game has gone, but a lot of comments have come out about how the club is run in general. We've never heard that in the past. You never heard that from outspoken people like Mourinho. Van Gaal has said it in the last 6 months, long after his departure. We know Ole won't say anything negative about the club. Maybe it'll come out later. But Ragnarok's made some serious comments about how Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool are run as football clubs. Changes are coming, and he's, for the first time that I've ever heard, saying it publicly. We've been waiting for this. I want to hear more of it. He's a straight shooter. He's like a Klopp. He's a German football man. He's going to tell it like it is. And if it ends up them saying, hey, you're out of here, he won't care. He's not going to be part of a project that he doesn't think is going to be successful, and he's not going to make comments about the things that are going to be needed in order for it to be successful. For me, I'd like to hear more of it. It's brutal honesty, and we need to hear it. The club's in a horrendous place. It's been terribly mismanaged for years. We know the ownership situation, so it's quite refreshing to hear some of these comments. Like, even with some of the injuries, he's questioning the medical staff. Like, good, question everything. So, yeah, that was the 5 things. It was a tough watch for me. I mean, I'm going to continue to watch the games, but I've got most of my focus is going to be on the summer, the new manager, or what it's all going to look like. The season's been a wash. It's been another terrible season. We've moved backwards significantly, but the revolution is here, and hopefully it will be televised, and I can't wait for it. Thanks for watching. If you did watch, as usual, please help out the channel. Hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to hear more content, whether it's around United or other things, please let us know, and catch you on the flip side.
This is the North End.